and it will make it a whole different exercise, much more challenging for you. Okay, I really hope you enjoyed those 5 different levels of ring training, but we're not done yet. We're just getting started. So you know how to use the rings to train your core now, but I want to teach you how to use this for your upper body and your lower body. So to me, the most exciting section is up next, the upper body, where I'm going to teach you not only 5 levels of pushing exercises, but 5 levels of pulling exercises so that you can strengthen your scapular stability, your torso, your arms, your upper body, all at the same time. Let's take you on over to the upper body ring exercises. Okay, you've made it to the upper body ring exercises. And I want to teach you both a push and a pull series, again, with 5 different levels of exercises. So again, start with that level 1. Once you achieve that competency, that mastery over the exercises, then move on to level 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you can separate this into a push category and a pull category, which is what I'm going to do on this video. Before I dig into the push exercises, I want you guys to know that most people out there who train the front side of their body almost exclusively and neglect the back side of their body. Typically, what I try to use as an analogy is that these are the show muscles, whereas these are the go muscles. And we want to strengthen the go muscles as much as we possibly can because they generally are what is responsible for good posture and a really powerful athletic body at the same time. So my rule of thumb is to do about 66% pull exercises to 33% push exercises. And you can do this in terms of volume, or you can do this in terms of the number of exercises you're following. So for example, you could do 2 pull exercises and 1 push exercise 3 days per week, and that would give you that ratio of 2 to 1 pull exercises, which I'm working on right now. So it doesn't matter what you follow. You can do it a volume way as well. You could do more reps with the pull exercises than the push exercises. What I don't want you to do is watch the push exercises on this video and then just do nothing but push exercises. At bare minimum, match the amount of push exercises you do to pull exercises with this ring training video. So now that you know my warning, make sure you fix that pull exercise strength by working on twice the amount of pull exercises as you do push exercises. Let's take you on over to the 5 different levels of push exercises. Okay, let's take you through the 5 different levels of these push exercises. For each one of these levels, remember, work on perfect form and mastery over the movement and pay attention to every single key point I'm going to talk about on each exercise. Because if you move too fast, too quickly, you will not get the results that you should be getting from proper ring training. Let's take you on over to the level 1 push exercises. Alright, for the first upper body push exercise in level 1, I'm going to do a kneeling push-up. So it's helpful with yourself or with your clients to have a yoga block handy so you can use what's called progressive range of motion. So a really easy way to do this is to put the yoga block tall ways underneath the rings, assume the push-up position, keeping the glutes tight, the shoulders right over the hands, everything's nice and solid, coming down and back up and touching your chest to the yoga block. Now how do you progress with a range of motion push-up? You simply turn the yoga block sideways and you work your reps up that way. So there's a slightly more range of motion as you do this exercise. And then turn the yoga block flat. So each time you do this, you're reducing it by an inch or so. And then eventually work your way down to doing a kneeling push-up on just the ground. So down and back up. And you'll notice one thing is my hand position. So as I'm doing these kneeling push-ups, I'm trying to prioritize my hands being on the rings and not me depending on the straps for stability. So the goal would be to have just your hands on the rings with nothing else in contact with it as you do these kneeling push-ups. Now another thing to think about is your shoulder position. We want to make sure that our shoulders aren't shrugged up and that our shoulders aren't internally rotated as you do these ring push-ups. You'll notice that almost all the time I maintain a 45-degree or almost a 90-degree position with my hands because that externally rotates my shoulders, which activates my scapula, my serratus, all the muscles of my shoulder that are used for straight arm strength. So, one more time, glutes tight, core tight, everything's solid. I'm externally rotating the shoulders, I can feel my lats firing. I'm coming down, chest to ground, and pressing back up. So once you can do the chest to ground and back up, kneeling push-ups for whatever rep scheme you decided to go with, then it's time to move on to the level 2 variation of this exercise.